Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matt. Today, we're doing what some people call a bourbon skirmish. And those people are me. And those three glasses contain 3 of 2024's most sought after pours. In one glass is a 2024 King of Kentucky single barrel, 16 years old, 130.4 proof. In another one of the glasses is a 2024 Jack Daniel's Coy Hill Barrel House 8. It's a 134.7 proof friggin' monster from Tennessee. And in the third and final glass is the top contender for my bourbon of the year, Russell's 15. 15 years old and only 117.2 proof. I've taste tested this Russell's 15 against so many things. And the only thing to ever defeat Russell's 15 was the 2023 release of King of Kentucky. Just because King of Kentucky was the king of the hill last year doesn't mean that it's going to defeat Russell's 15 this year. Chances are I will not see a full bottle of Coy Hill Barrel House 8 this year, and I know for sure I won't get a full bottle of King of Kentucky. So it's up to these two samples to go head to head with Russell's 15 to see if Russell's 15 is the real deal. Before we get this bourbon skirmish started, let me first tell you about today's video sponsor. Today's video is once again brought to us by our great friends over at ZBiotics. ZBiotics is the world's very first pre-alcohol probiotic drink. When you drink alcohol, a toxic byproduct builds up in your gut. That toxic byproduct is called acetaldehyde. How can we possibly defeat acetaldehyde? Dun 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 dun! To the rescue, ZBiotics. ZBiotics was proudly genetically engineered to fight the toxic byproduct of alcohol in the gut before it gets to the liver. This tiny little bottle contains the answer. When you drink a ZBiotics, it produces an enzyme in your gut to defeat that toxic byproduct so fast. All you gotta do to feel good the day after drinking is take ZBiotics, give it a good shake. Drink it before you start drinking alcohol. Drink responsibly, get a good night's sleep, and the next morning when you awake, you will look around and say, order more ZBiotics. ZBiotics is so sure that it will work for you that they offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. And that's not all they're offering. ZBiotics is also offering my viewers 15% off their first order. So click on the link in the description below or scan this QR code on the screen. Head on over to zbiotics.com/ADHD. Use code ADHD at checkout and bing bang boom, 15% off your first order of ZBiotics. Don't let your worries for a bad day tomorrow stop you from enjoying tonight. The Julie-like wheel of confusion that I typically use to confuse myself cannot be used at the moment because of my ruptured bicep tendon. Therefore, I must use this little lazy Susan device that I stole from my wife's nightstand. We should probably get this started before she notices, because all her shit be everywhere now. Sorry, babe. Purely a business decision. Alright. Let's grab one. Got one. Let's go for a nose on this first glass. Oh, that smells delightful. That smells delightful. Big surprise. It's a sweet oak, but sweet in like a super sweet way. What is the word? Succulent? Suckly sweet? Never mind. There's almost like a cold blueberry on here. Like a refrigerated blueberry. And oak. Maybe like a blue raspberry. Bit of a blue raz nose on this. It smells really, really damn good. Down the hatch. Wow. That is very good, but tart. bit of a tartness to it. Got a bit of a bitter smack that's happening. It's kind of like slapping me around a little bit, kind of smacking me around with a little bit of tartness. It is bold and sweet and tart. The coating in the mouth did not coat my mouth like I was expecting it to. It didn't really gather in all the nooks and crannies that I thought that all three of these pours would, but I still enjoy this a lot, and I do think it is very damn good. But surprisingly, not a super lingering finish. It kind of like was really good and tart, and then kind of disappeared into the dark. Next glass. Owie. The next glass is a little bit darker and deeper, a little bit thicker, like you're walking through a thick forest of bourbon. Although it doesn't smell like molasses, it reminds you of like a viscosity of molasses. It's like a really concentrated, thick, slow-moving whiskey. Weirdly enough, there's almost like a sulfury note on here, like a little bit of a matchstick, like a burnt match. I only get that note on like port or sherry finished whiskeys, so that's interesting. That's weird. Down the hatch. A monster of flavor. It is a monster of flavor. It's doing all sorts of extreme sports in your mouth, but while the extreme sports are happening, you can't help but just realize how effortlessly they're doing them. And even though it's brash and powerful, and certainly not for everyone, you have to appreciate how it performs all these moves with finesse and proper technique. It's just damn good. Third and final glass. Ow. Ooh. Golden, like a golden crisp. I don't remember any of these smelling like that. That is golden delicious. It's like a sweet, honeyed breakfast cereal, like a golden graham. It's like a golden graham breakfast cereal. And pancake syrup. It smells like the breakfast you got at that one breakfast restaurant that you weren't expecting to be any good, but you sat down and got your coffee and woke up a little bit, and then they slapped this friggin' plate of awesomeness in front of you, and you were like, good grief. I'm gonna come back here for every day because your breakfast is so good. Glass 3 might be my favorite nose of the bunch. Let me compare it to glass 1. Glass 1 seems to be a bit muted. Oh, glass 3 is great. Down the hatch. Whoa, whoa, wee, whoa. Man, that is good. That is like a bourbon pleasure chest. Everything just like put together really well. It has the chocolates, it has the caramels, it has the oak, the barrel char, the cooked down fruits. It's thick and viscous and powerful, but not overpowering. Back to glass 1. Glass 1 out of these 3 seems to be the most simple, the most singular, the most one note. I still enjoy it a lot, but it doesn't necessarily belong in the same conversation as the second 2 glasses. The strange thing is, I know what glass 2 is. As soon as you taste it, it's a dead giveaway. I don't know what glass 1 and glass 3 are. The question is, am I enjoying glass 2, which is an ultra friggin' awesome Jack Daniel's product, over glass 3, which is an extra aged Kentucky bourbon? Which one is it? Don't know. But that Coy Hill Barrel House 8, which is for sure in glass 2, is like neck and neck with glass 3. Glass 1 is in last place. And that's bothering me because King of Kentucky is normally amazing and should be in this flight all night. But also, it's bothering me because Russell's 15 I know is spectacular, and it's wowed me over and over and over again. And I know that it's spectacular. So which one of those two isn't doing its thing tonight? Which one is not impressing me tonight? Which one didn't get enough sleep over the weekend and is coming into this Monday like a friggin' hungover slob? We're about to find out. Glasses 2 and 3 are both so spectacular that if you had either one of them, you'd be thrilled. But they're so different as far as flavor profile goes that it's really going to depend on either what you enjoy more or what you're enjoying more that particular evening. And I think, damn it, I've never done this before. After 5 rounds of battle inside the octagon known as Matt's mouth, we go to the judge's scorecard for decision, and I'm the judge. All one judge scores this contest in some sort of way that would result in a draw. This is the first draw I've ever had on a bourbon skirmish. They're both so spectacular that on any given night, I could choose one over the other, just based off of what I was preferring on that evening. Unfortunately, glass number 1 got choked out by both of them in the first round, unfortunately. Tied for first place this evening is glass number 2, which is for sure Coy Hill, and glass number 3, which is either Russell's 15 or King of Kentucky. Which one is this? Coy Hill. And the other winner this evening is, oh boy, Russell's 15. In a strange and unfortunate turn of events, the real story here on this evening is that the 2024 King of Kentucky single barrel, the one that's 130.4 proof, falls so flat that it doesn't even hold a candle to Russell's 15 or the Jack Daniel's Coy Hill. The Coy Hill, by the way, is like 10 years old. Every tiny bit of my being wants to scream from the rooftops how much I love King of Kentucky, but in a blind 3-way taste test between Russell's 15 and the 2024 Coy Hill Barrel House 8, this King of Kentucky fell way short. Way short. And that's crazy to me. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on listening to the doctor and not using your arm when they say not to use it, because even though I didn't use my arm that much in this video, it is hurting like a bitch. And I don't like that. So, back in the sling it goes. Back to looking like a full-fledged fat dork. But I'm okay with that, because you are what you are, and you are what you eat.